Welcome, Rachel. Thank you very much for joining us. And obviously, we've recently published your poem, I'm Glad to Be Your Daughter, in our Open Poetry Journal. So we're here today to just ask a little bit more about some of your other projects and other things that you've been going on with. And the first thing I wanted to talk about was the Space Poetic, which you founded. So tell us a little bit about what that is and what it does.
Sure. So the Space Poetic is a monthly poetry night in
Mhm.
Manchester's Northern Quarter. It's been running for just under a year and a half now, which seems really bonkers actually to say out loud. Um, it began or kind of arose, I suppose, from a series of conversations that I had with other poets and with staff at the Manchester Writing
Mhm.
School about poetry as both a visual and an oral form,
Okay.
and how we so often sort of either go and see spoken word nights and view it in its oral form, or we read poems like in the pages of a book.
Okay.
And there isn't really the space that exists to kind of bring those two things together.
Mhm.
So what I wanted to do off the back of this was create a poetry gallery, right? Like, so we were saying, like,
Okay.
what would happen if you just walked into a room and it was full of poems up on the walls?
Mhm.
Like, how would that make you feel, and how would that change your experience of viewing the poems, of reading the poems, and like kind of existing within the poems worlds.
Okay.
So what I created with Space Poetic was this hybrid poetry night. So
Okay.
poets are invited to submit up to three poems on the night, which can be displayed in our temporary gallery, as well as come and read for 5 minutes as well. So when poets submit their three poems,
Mhm.
I format them all out and print them up on A3 and put them into frames. And I bring all these with me on the night, and they're displayed around the room. And again, taking inspiration from art galleries, I get everyone to send me a little writer bio, and
Yeah.
these all go in a little black frame and they go next to the poet's work. So
Mhm.
you can have this sort of experience of reading, looking at their work, and then reading a little bit about who they are as well. And we'll open up and people can come in and have a look around and read the poems and sort of sit with the poems and with each other. And then we do our open mic section. And
Okay.
whoever wants to, whether they've submitted poems or not, some people submit work every time for the gallery, some people
Mhm.
just come and read, some people flip between both. Um, yeah, it's very open in that respect. And then there'll be some time afterwards as well when audience members again can like wander around, look at the poems, chat to
Mhm.
each other, chat to some of the poets, sort of ask them about their work and share some of their own experiences or thoughts on it. Yeah, it's been a really beautiful experience doing Space Poetic. I absolutely love it. And yeah, I think when I first started it, I just thought it was going to be a one-off event,
Yeah.
and then I ran it and thought, oh no, I wonder if I could just do this again and again. And so I
Just
turned
keep
it
doing
into
it.
this yeah, into this monthly thing, and
Mhm.
it's worked really well. People have come and really enjoyed it. And
Good.
um it's been really interesting as well. We've had like a lot of people, so we get quite a lot of oh my goodness, what am I trying to say? We get quite a lot of first time readers,
Okay,
which I think
perfect. Yeah.
is I feel like is like a really beautiful
Mhm.
thing that's happened. That
Yeah.
kind of among the poetry scene in Manchester, this night has got this reputation for being this really like wholesome kind of safe space to come
Okay.
and
Yeah,
try
lovely. Yeah.
try it out. So we get a lot of first time readers and new poets who come along. Yeah, and that just feels really special as well as some sort of more well known poets who just come and are absolutely fabulous.
Yeah. That's fantastic. That sounds wonderful. I love the hybrid idea of that. Really, really good. And I was going to ask actually whether you get a whole host of new faces all the time or whether it's the same faces. And it sounds like you're attracting new writers, new poets all the time.
Yeah, it's a bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah.
A big part of something that's really important to me within life and writing life is like building community.
Yeah.
And
Lovely.
what I really wanted to do with Space Poetic was build that community. And although it's my night and I founded it, like
Yeah.
ultimately, I would love it if the poets and the people that come take ownership of that night, and it
Yeah.
becomes much more of a collaboration and much more of a collective.
Yeah. Lovely.
And that
Yeah.
is starting to happen. There's a couple of people who come quite regularly who very
Yeah.
much feel like they're part of the framework now.
That's nice. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the posters and the graphics and stuff are all done by Andy,
Mhm.
who just does brilliant. I'm a poet, not a visual
No, no.
artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andy works the visual magic for us, and
Okay.
yeah, is very much appreciated. So that sort of like collective feeling is really beginning to happen. I think it takes time for those kinds of
It
things to
does, yeah.
emerge,
Yeah, it
but it's
takes
starting
time for
to
that
do that.
to kind of come to full fruition, doesn't it? But when it does, it's really, really lovely.
Yes.
Okay, good. That sounds fantastic. It sounds brilliant, and we'll definitely be putting out some more information about Space Poetic across our social media as well. So hopefully, as many people as possible, if they can't attend because they're not in Manchester, at least they'll know about it. Yeah.
Well, the other thing I'd love to say about Space
Oh, go
Poetic
on.
actually while we're here is that so part of it is about sort of building community
Yeah.
and something that I'm always really aware of as a writer
Mhm.
is how much writing that we do in silo, like on our own, but
Oh,
kind of
yes.
take
Okay.
ourselves away to write. And so earlier this year, I began a writing club that runs just before Space Poetic.
Perfect.
So
Okay.
the night itself runs 7:30 to 9:30, but the writing club runs from 6 till 7 p.m. in the
Oh,
same
okay.
venue,
Yeah.
and it's just a space to come and hang out basically and write
Nice.
together and just
Yeah.
be kind of part of that community and be together and have a nice kind of writing experience
Lovely.
so we can have a chat and then do a bit and yeah, so that's always open as well, and we'd love to have people come and join us there too.
That sounds fantastic as well. Brilliant. So again, what we'll do is we'll put as much information about that as we can out online and hopefully get as many people in attendance and hearing about it as we can. That sounds brilliant.
Wonderful, thank you.
Great. Thank you. No worries.